Right then, welcome back. Last time, lost some territory to the Commonwealth. Don't worry, I'll get it back at some point. And the Golden Horde has started a small collapse. They have lost Crimea, Moldavia, as well as Sibir, as well as a couple of revolts. In fact, I think, yep, Trebizond is in the process of revolting. And yeah. Shoot! Oh, great. Seems like Riga managed to get... it was Pill Team that managed to get the Commonwealth as support. Huh, okay. I guess this time I'm... well... the distraction. Heavily restrict looting. I'm actually fighting the Commonwealth, and I don't want to loot them too heavily. Especially since there's quite a bit of territory that I want for myself. Thanks, Sweden. Okay, now that I have an actual fleet that can fight, it's time to send it in. At least Norway's helping here, as much as they can. Which honestly isn't that much, but it's better than nothing. In Vladimir! Where's that again? Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, it's a center of production. Wow, okay. That means... qualified artisans. Did it lead from somewhere else? Huh. Doesn't say to be the case. Okay. Center of Catholic pilgrimage. Well, it does seem that, yeah, casual literacy is being spread to me via art centers. Doing so quickly. Almost as quickly as it is in Constantinople. 33.4 versus 33.29. Yeah. Not much of a difference. I'll get it around the same time, as long as nothing changes with regards to the art center Stettin. At the very least, we can convince Riga to leave the war without much difficulty. Hopefully with this, the war exhaustion is definitely starting to pile up on the Commonwealth. Aww. Come on. Okay. No, I can't help with the fight anymore, so I'm sending in some ships. To help blockade. Alright, so which provinces are at least have good autonomy effects? This one has a good enough autonomy effect for a university. This one I've already set up a university in, but is also now ready for a workshop, so let's get that set up. This province is close enough to at least have the potential for it. Let's upgrade the warehouse to a warehouse district. Here, and that should be good for now. It's in the interest of making sure that I make the most out of all these provinces. It also raises the amount of production power in total, which, as I've said before, helps with... Ooh. That was a really keen Novgorod, wasn't it? Nah, Nizhny Novgorod. Yep, Nizhny Novgorod now has slightly cheaper buildings. There's not really much to build here, though. Maybe a bigger one of these, but just not much of a point. Besides, raising the population any higher doesn't really change much here. Maybe I should build a university. On the other hand, it's just going to raise the autonomy further. And I do personally feel that the burghers already have enough influence. Personal preference would be to just build more roads everywhere. In fact, get upgraded variants on provinces like Latvia. Where there's already a small amount of buildup. In fact, Vladimir's enough buildup for an entire trade center. Why later on, I probably should get that up to a warehouse district. But for now, it's... Oh, actually, never mind. I'm doing that right now. Superb. Hey, I think I can actually see the innards of Indochina now. Sukhothai is still around. And Ayutthaya is Muslim. Okay, that's funny. That's actually quite funny. I do wonder how far institutions have spread to by this point, though. Meritocracy is starting to spread to Khiva. Okay. And it's actually reached the Grey Horde. With casual literacy, it hasn't actually reached anywhere beyond... Well... I guess Saxon Germany. However, it is spreading all across Europe. Thanks to art centers. And I guess to a lesser degree also trade centers. It does, for the moment, seem to be only art. Probably should upgrade the road here as well, even if I don't actually have anything set up here. This is mainly just to make it so that I have a better connection to Nizhny Novgorod. And then I might be able to actually just justify getting a university set up there. Because it doesn't actually seem like a bad spot to put it. I'm just gonna check to see how education is. Data about universities and students. Wow, okay. So almost 2/3 of my upper class have access. So more than 2/3 of my class, of my upper class pops have access to universities, either in my own country or abroad. Although I would like to minimize the ones abroad. Anyway. I think I should also start increasing the number of cannons. Yeah, that's probably the best way to increase my military's capabilities. It's not cheap, and it isn't really that effective yet. But it will be pretty effective soon. Relatively soon. Since the latest buff brought it all the way to 1 fire, so now it has more fire than any other unit type. Which will at least make it so that it gives a slight edge in battle. Its true awakening is going to be at level 37, at which it almost doubles its power to over 4 fire. But it's going to be a while until then. In fact, exactly 70 years from now. As I said, it's going to be a while. There's not exactly a lot of places to put forts, though. Not very much good as far as strategic positioning goes. Zoraman, I'm not sure a bad idea, along with Honest. Yeah, fine, let's get one here. And I've got enough manpower to get the fort up here. Yeah, the fully maintained fort on fire. Don't have nearly enough for it. Despite the fact that I've got fully maintained max level forts in several of my provinces. There's a max level, right? Yeah. No, not in all of them. Yaroslava, for example, doesn't have maxed out yet, neither does Bryansk. I don't exactly have manpower at the moment to deal with that. And another province shifts to Russian. This time it's this one. Slowly the Russian horde advances. Oh well. The purple map color advances. Across the culture map. Someone's an up-and-coming power. I think it's actually Madurai. Must build a bunch of good buildings or something. Wow, the dev down here. That or someone suddenly embraced cash literacy. That was actually probably France. I think they were losing great power status until then. Now I'm losing it. I think Bengal was the one that was triggering that. That monthly autonomy change modifier sounds nice. On the other hand, the sheer amount of money I can earn just from trade is also tempting. On the other hand, what am I going to do with 3 more merchants? Really, what am I going to do? diplomatic. Justify demand. I can get that cost to fabricate claims from here. Aristocratic ideas is probably the best one to start with. It won't affect my piety at all. The next one can either be a military idea, I might do leadership, I might do Grand Army, I'm not sure. I'll probably stick with doing military in order to get the tax at a cheaper cost, the mill tax, and also to maintain the edge I'm going to need in order to fight the Commonwealth. Yeah, now it's back to a Khanate. I don't think it's tribal. Yep. It's a parliamentary monarchy. Huh. How's that affected? Heavily reduced centralization, reduced natural unrest, increased yearly GSP in extra states. Okay, well for me, the effect on that is reduced land maintenance, increased income for vassals, and reduced chance of heir. There's also competitive inheritance, which is part of the Ottomans, for sure. Plus 100% chance of a new heir, plus 0.1 yearly corruption, plus 5 maximum centralization. I will note, though, changes to max centralization become less and less important as time goes on, since you naturally gain more max centralization from improving administrative technology, as well as any you might gain from idea groups like bureaucratic ideas. Or, I guess administrative? I would have to look. But I think administrative does not actually even affect anything as regards to... Yep, it doesn't affect centralization or autonomy change. Bureaucracy, however, the finisher is actually quite strong, plus 10 max centralization, and minus 10% monthly autonomy. Resting point of autonomy is 10 lower even before you consider the impact that the centralization has. So it's an excellent one to grab for a tribal nation. Or something similar. I like grabbing it when I start with a lower tech level. For example, when playing down here in Africa. That makes for an excellent first group, if not second group. At least in a country that is liable to need it. Due to, say, having a religion that raises average autonomy. The resting point for autonomy. Alright, this is a decent time to stop. And Munster has taken over all of Ireland, almost. All that's left is their Adelaide Leinster and the Pale, which happens to be Protestant. Yeah, most of Ireland is now Protestant. And England and Wales are the only Catholic countries left on the British Isles. Yep. Austria is also Protestant, while Bohemia has maintained Catholicism. France is also Protestant, although quite a few. Well, Aquitaine, which is, yeah, the overseas heath of England, yeah. Castile is a permanent junior partner of Aragon. Florence is also a junior partner. Funny. Not much has changed here other than the fact that Hungary has started to make incursions into the Balkan Peninsula and into Wallachia, which is great and all. Ayutthaya is Muslim. Not much change here, other than their shogunate form Japan. And Japan is an autonomous vassal of Hosokawa. It looks like the shogunate has disbanded itself completely. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Madurai is basically a great power by this point. I'm losing great power status, although I'm sure as soon as I end up embracing casual literacy, it'll be fine. I hope. Actually, I am not quite sure of it. I should get more than 150 points by doing that. That should launch me back up to Aragon's level. Current level. Corruption's continuing to decrease, which is fine by me. Everything's stable. Pretty stable. My income doesn't really seem to change much compared to last time. I guess it's because I haven't been conquering much. I've been busy trying to core this stuff, which is not easy. Alright then. Anyway. Save the game, and I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, bye.